COS Colorado is launching our campaign to secure sponsorship of our 34 Ready Faithful Commissioners Bill. This is an ongoing move that continues until we get the bill passed by our state legislature. Whichever elected body of legislators it is, COS Action in Colorado will pursue this bill because we know that regardless of the partisan makeup elected by Colorado, we have a duty as a state to be prepared for an Article 5 convention. Never in history have the American people been so prepared for a time when the nation must unite through the states in order to crack down on federal overreach. Our national debt is so unsustainable, we can't wrap our imaginations around how much we owe, and the incredible increase in debt that continues to be poured on by Congress. A Congress that stays in office for decades, going into service as middle-class candidates, and end up multimillionaires. Colorado is currently not on track to be one of the 34 states that passed the Article 5 resolution that has already been passed by 19 states. But that can change, and we are patient to continue to educate the residents of our state. The time is near when 34 states stand united and pass the COS resolution in the state capitals in order to reclaim our nation back to the people. Whether we are one of those states or not, we will go to the Article 5 convention. We would send commissioners to represent our state, and we are determined to be prepared for this before the Article 5 convention is triggered by the 34th state. In the previous episodes in the series, we covered two legislative models in this bill structure: commissioner instructions and commissioner penalties. Both models are necessary to secure the integrity of the commissioner's charge representing Colorado. This ensures that the commissioners we send will honor the three objectives that define the resolution of the states. The Colorado law would shut down any dirty deeds, replace any commissioner with prepared alternates, and will hold any corrupt commissioners accountable through the penalties model of the bill, which would include fines or even jail time. We also discussed the possibility of being a completely unprepared state. We talked about having our head in the sand when the Article 5 process activates us, and if we do participate, the limited time to start the commissioner process will go to an unprepared legislature that has to be educated with the basic ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of Article 5. Here's what our Colorado legislature must prepare for. Number 1, the Faithful Commissioners Bill should decide how the state legislature chooses both commissioners and alternates, and they decide how many of them that Colorado would send to the Article 5 convention to represent our one vote. Number 2, this bill should dictate the requirements that qualify a potential commissioner's nomination. Number 3, this bill should dictate their charge. What are they allowed to help draft, vote on, and not vote on? The perimeters of how they represent the state of Colorado at the Article 5 convention. Number 4, this bill should dictate the penalties for Colorado commissioners who fail the charge. Number 5, this bill should be passed and signed law before an Article 5 convention has been activated by the 34th state. States have already passed faithful commissioners' laws and are prepared. We are asking our own state to consider the same and take on the responsibility to plan for, write, and sponsor this bill. The Colorado Convention of States Action Leadership Team is grateful for all of our volunteers who work with us statewide. We are all Colorado volunteers, and none of this would get done without the grassroots efforts of patriots who are willing to give their valuable time and talents to make history for the sake of the generations to come. More than 61,000 Colorado residents have signed the petition as of October 2025, and we're still going out to tell more people and educate more Colorado citizens about their constitutional rights and what can be done. If they only knew what is possible through Article 5 and what has already been done by 19 states. Only 15 more states to go before this Article 5 convention gets started. Let's be prepared.
Frank, we've done a lot of work on this, and we're going to do a lot more work. And I think, for me, the two most important things for our volunteers, our activists, our supporters to know: one, we really need to dispense with neutralize our opposition. For the past 4+ years, I've been hearing the same allegations, the same accusations, the same concerns, and at times the same lies about Convention of States. And until we go through this process of 34 Ready, I don't think we will effectively silence them, dispense with them. And so that's why this is worth the effort. But the second most important thing is really the critical need for more of our volunteers, our activists, our supporters to step up, step forward, become educated in 34 Ready, and then be willing to do the work of face-to-face lobbying. 4 years ago, there was one member on this team. I was the one. 100 legislators, not good odds. And today we have 4 members, so it's 25 to 1, still not good odds. We need a lot more people to step up and be willing to do the face-to-face lobbying with legislators. Then we have a reasonable chance of success. So I'm imploring our fellow activists to step forward.
What's our why? Why are we here? Why are we doing this? It is critically important that 34 ready legislation gets passed in Colorado. When we reach 34 states to actually go to convention, we need all 50 states are going to be able to attend. And those 50 states, to include Colorado, simply need to be ready to execute in this very important task that we're endeavoring in. So I ask all the constituents and all of the COS supporters to engage and actually take to heart 34 Ready so that we can get it passed in the Colorado legislature.
We are ready to go to the Capitol and start talking to the legislators about Faithful Commissioners legislation. Call your state legislators, both the House of Representatives and your state senator, and tell them you want Article 5 Faithful Commissioner legislation for the coming Article 5 convention in the state of Colorado.